ego. What do you mean by ego specifically? You two said ego.
I just mean by like, from the experience I had is the only thing I can speak on, but I've dealt with very egotistical men.
Okay.
And there's really nothing you can change about that. We live in a world where men can be egotistical. All that matters to them is fame, what they perceive to the world, what they perceive to the internet, what they perceive to their lives.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that men typically earn their ego while women are just giving it to them?
I think that ego is not earned. I don't
You don't think so?
No, I don't think it's ego.
I'm saying for
earned.
men.
Right. I don't think that's earned.
The guys that you said that you dealt with, because you said in your personal experience, what did they do for a living that made them so egotistical? Higher earners, successful, famous? What was it? So I would argue that it's an earned ego then.
I wouldn't say it's earned. I don't think you should. I think it's soul. I think you should have a good soul, and that soul and ego are two completely different things. You could be confident, you could be so passionate. That means you could have a good soul. But when you egotistical, you bringing somebody else down. You know, you don't know how to clap for your other person.
Did they bring you down, or is that like what specifically do you?
Not me specifically, no.
Okay.
But that's how
they brought other people down?
For sure.
How so?
Talking shit.
Such as?
Well, specific, like talking shit.
Yeah.
Talking about someone else's job, talking about somebody else's money, talking about what other people are doing when it's really none of your business, and you should really just focus on yourself.
Okay.
Wait, but hold on. You chose those men though.
That's my mistake. I learned, and that's why I said egotistical. Exactly.
I would argue women like egotistical men, and I would argue also that men earn their ego, versus like women a lot of women have egos and they didn't do shit in their life.
I'd agree
men
to
typically
an extent.
have to earn their ability to have an ego, because if you're a guy and you haven't accomplished anything, you can't really walk around with an ego because everyone's gonna laugh at you.
Exactly.
But with females, a lot of girls have done nothing except be pretty, and then they have an ego.
Yep.
So at least I would argue, at least for men, the ego's earned. Do you agree with her as far as like, because you also said men have egos?
When I said ego, what I meant was like the way they speak to you. Like their egos are so big, they feel like you don't have a voice. Like you can't say how you feel, or like it's almost like it doesn't matter, you know?
But are feelings relevant in a conversation about fact?
I guess
emotional
not.
maturity.
But again, like I said, women are emotional beings. We can't help it. Like we just be like, oh, like why'd you talk like that? Like it's like you got a big ego. Like what?
Yeah, but aren't women adults?
We are, but we're emotional beings, and we
but
always
aren't
will
they adults that are capable of making their own decision and some level of rational thought?
Yep, raising kids.
Yeah.
So I mean, because a lot of girls get mad when I say like we don't really give a shit about female opinions, and the reason why is because women tend to look at the world through an emotional lens, and when you look at the world through an emotional lens, well, emotions change all the time and they're erratic. So do you really want someone that's kind of unstable about how they feel, like talking about
for sure,
or
but
giving their opinions on things?
Sometimes women have like these feelings of like certain things, like maybe like something bad is gonna happen, and like women will have that like intuition, like, oh, I feel like this is gonna happen, and then maybe it does happen, and then it's like, oh shit, like he should have listened. You know what I mean? Like sometimes women have these like feelings. So sometimes, you know, he should listen.
I think a woman's opinion can be taken into consideration, but I think in general, the final decision maker should always be the man.
No, and I agree. I agree with you. But I feel like making a woman feel like she doesn't have a voice and she's not heard, like it's kind of like, it's not something
you can hear her, but like, I mean, to take her opinion seriously. I mean, I genuinely think that, you know, it's got to be the guy that makes the final decision. And
and I agree.
And
as a man, you should lead, right?
Yeah.
But don't make your woman feel like she's this small when she tells you, hey babe, you know, I think this about this situation, and you're like, oh, what the fuck, like what are you talking about?
Stupid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes into, I mean, there's a difference between like giving your take on something and then like being overly opinionated. I think a lot of women are overly opinionated when they haven't really accomplished anything. And the reason why guys like don't really give a shit about what women have to say most of the time is because, especially successful men, is because women live life on easy mode.
Could you imagine every time you had an emotional, I want to say need, he listens to all your needs versus going out there working, hustling for you and the family? That would be annoying.
So what you just said, what if it's consistent though? Like what if you're dealing with somebody and they're bringing up a consistent feeling. Like you're consistently doing this. At that point, it's repetitive, and that's a problem. So it's not like she's saying, "Oh, today I had a bad day. You spoke to me this way. You spoke to me that way."
Then leave.
But it's more exactly. But then it's more if you guys are in.
It's not that easy.
It is.
It's not.
If you guys are in a relationship and she understands your role, you understand hers, and if you guys love each other, she's coming to you and saying, "Babe, this is kind of bothering me. Like this is a problem in a relationship." Do you believe that your ego or your pride is more valued than listening and trying to fix that?
I mean, it depends if it's valid. But like a lot of girls will like have, you know, oh, I feel this way about something that's like insignificant or stupid.
So, but then it's consistent. What if she consistently feels like you're doing something and you're hearing her? Like you could be like, you know, I understand this is probably why I do that. And it's vice versa. Like, what if she does something that you don't like and you speak to her and you say, I'm the man. If I say something, you should listen. You should understand. It's the same. It's hand in hand.
Yeah, we don't negotiate with women over here.
Yeah, who's paying the bills?
Like I don't negotiate with women ever. I look at it like, you know, we don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't negotiate with women because the thing is that as a subordinate, right, as someone that's supposed to follow me, what the fuck do I look like as the boss? Like negotiating with you, like, oh, let's do what you want to do. Like, no, that's not how it goes. You know?
So you should lead as the man. You should lead, but at least just be like, okay, babe, like I heard you.
We can hear you
know?
out for sure.
Be like, I
100%.
heard
Yeah.
you. Like,
hear you
shit,
out.
I heard you. But that doesn't necessarily mean like you need to go with like what the fuck we said. But at least like I heard you.
I get it. You want to
know?
feel like you're heard, but
Yeah.
to be honest, man, most girls just want to be pretty and show up. They don't want to have to think about nothing. That's the truth.
For sure, but that
Yeah.
takes a different type of man to have to shut your brain off. Like, you have to admit, like, in today's society, it's not
It's
a
hard
lot
to
of
find out,
men that are like that. Like, you can't shut your brain off because if you do, oh, baby, you'll drown.
Whose fault is it for picking men that don't allow you that luxury?
But that brings it back to what she said. Some men be capping. Like, you think, like, oh, my God, like, this is the guy.
They show you who they want to show you.
But then
They fuck
it's
you.
like
And
a
then
complete
when they
lie.
get you-
No, not
Yeah,
no
but whose
fucking.
fault is that though?
But it's not even. It's like they're putting up.
So
this,
you
like,
always talk about accountability. You ain't gonna take none for men.
No. I'm saying
You
but
know
at the
men
end of
be
the day,
lying.
no, they do.
You know
they
men be
absolutely do.
lying.
But it's on women to like be able to detect that and identify. Okay,
yes, but it takes a while.
this guy's involved in criminal activity. I probably shouldn't take him seriously. Or, this guy pays for everything in cash. Let me use my deductive problem solving skills
Yeah.
and figure out what the fuck is
You're
going
right
on
about
here.
that. You're right
That's
about
true.
that.
But you know what's crazy?
yeah.
There's
You're
so
right.
many guys out there that are actually good men, have a solid job, care about you, want to be with you.
Yep.
But you ignore those guys. You're
They
like, you know
got a
what?
small
Let me go
dick.
to the
Not
scammers.
true.
The scammers.
Corny.
Yeah,
out here.
like it's the women that pick the egotistical guys and reward. You know,
The
you guys
dick is small.
positively, reward the guys that are supposed to be toxic and bad. So whose
you're
fault
right.
is it really?
It takes a time to like actually know those guys, but you guys repeat the same process over
Because
and
in
over again.
order to see if they're paying with cash, you have to go like, on a few dates, stuff like that. Because what if I'm not speaking from my experience, but I'm just saying, what if like a woman is just like kind of like
It's
on
from
the
your
phone with a
experience.
guy? Yeah, maybe Instagram experience. Who knows? Like, how do you know at that point? Because he's just capping. Like, and you think like, oh yeah, this is the guy, but then it's not. It's like you just never know.
That's why you
sometimes.
just date. You take your time and date. I know
exactly,
you guys call
but
us hoes
then you're
because
gonna have
we'll
to take your
date
time, right?
You
So
take
you
your time
so
and
you're gonna
date.
take your time to find out that he's a liar.
Yes. But
I don't got like some women just don't have time for that.
Emotional damage.
Okay, so I can admit men do sell dreams sometimes.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And on some level, there is some type of like risk because if you take this guy serious, he could let you down and be your downfall. However, once you realize he's full of cap, just bounce. You guys stay forever, and it's like, why is he doing this to me? You're staying there.
I hear you,
Got
but
attachment
again,
issues.
women are emotional. They get attached. They be in
Bad.
love.
Whose fault is that?
It's our fault, of course,
There you go.
but it's not. It technically, it is our fault. But at the same time, we were created this way. We were created
can't
to like
help
be
it.
emotional, to be attached to a specific man, and to love him throughout whatever. Right. So when that happens,
Are women adults and capable beings?
we are.
Yeah, I want to
but
sit here and
it's
say,
hard.
oh, feminism,
When
we're
you're
equal to
in
men,
love-
but then
I'm not equal to no man. I
Oh,
will sit
now-
here and I will say that shit. I've been saying this shit my whole life. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care if no one agrees with me on this table. I'm not equal to a man. I'm not. And I don't care. I'm not.
That is true.
I'm a woman. I'm
Woman-
soft and
I
I'm
don't know.
God
I
is a
I don't give a
woman.
shit.
That's all I gotta
roles.
say.
We are not
Who
equal.
said that? That's not true, by the
We
way.
are not equal.
God is a woman.
No.
Talk your
Adam was
shit,
made first.
We are
in the image of
not.
God, so he's definitely not a woman.
God is a woman.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
leave
he's
it at
not.
that. I ain't arguing about this.
That's
I ain't
blasphemy.
arguing with no man.
That's
We're
bla-
not. Our lives
you
aren't
take
as
Blasphemy.
hard.
He's not a woman at all.
Our lives
What are you
are
talking
not
about?
as hard as men for centuries. Our life has not
Who
been
is
as
this, man?
hard. No.
She's single for a
shit,
reason.
man.
A man
God
has
damn.
to go through so much to make sure that like everything is like on point. We do not have to do that shit, let's be honest. Unless you're like really out here like working, like no, because I know I don't have to work
Let's
hard,
be real.
so.
You
Yeah,
can
we can
tell
tell.
if a man can financially
We heard
and
the bars.
mentally
Yeah,
I'm
lead
glad you could tell.
through
I'm
dating,
glad you could
man.
tell, baby.
Oh,
You
shit.
can. Eventually, everybody show their cards.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Take your time and date.
All right, so now that we identified what some of the problems are, what can both genders do to fix it? We'll start here and then work our way back.
Men and women.
It's you, baby.
Accountability.
Okay,
Like I
how
said,
would you
like-
go about that then?
Sometimes you
How'd you
gotta
actually
shame
go?
people.
Oh, bring back shaming.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you shame the men and how would you shame the women?
Shame them about their bodies. I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
So would you shame the women or the men that way?
Both.
With the body. Okay. All right. I would argue we already shame men about their bodies.
Okay, who on the panel here is fat? Don't cap.
me. I'm
Shit.
fat.
Oh,
You
no,
are
it
not
can't be you.
fat.
Gotta be one of them. Tell them to their face.
You're not
Shame
fat.
them. Let them know what's up. Don't play.
Out of everybody, me and you.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they don't want this. They want you.
Yo!
I keep it real, baby. I got a brother like he.
Hold
And
on.
my fiance tell me,
All right.
like, me and you. I'm serious.
Okay, I don't think she be fat. I think she be thick. Cause shit,
Like,
I'll
no,
set up
like,
right
no.
now, baby. I don't think she be fat. I think she be thick.
We're not the
Shit.
desired. They want petite women.
Wait,
I don't know
think?
what about those men,
Like
cause the men I know
There's
want,
men in
want
here,
some big
ask 'em.
juicy ass and titties.
but you don't have a man.
They like you.
You don't have a man.
Yes,
So why do you care?
I don't. But she said fat, so I had to correct that word.
We're not
'cause shit.
fat, but we're
I
big.
mean,
Like,
can you stand up
That
and
is
show a
not the
chest?
word.
Can you stand up and do a twirl?
No, because you asked me to, so I'm not doing it now. You ain't my man.
I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah, you did. You just said,
That
"Can I
was
stand
him.
up and do?"
That was
Oh
Chris.
no,
I don't want to see shit.
no, hell no.
Okay.
Oh please. Oh,
Bruh.
don't be capping over there, please.
Capping?
Don't be capping over there.
You're capping.
I don't ever cap it.
3 body count. 300.
No, 3.
That's your new name. 300 from now on.
3. Yeah, and yours is cap.
How?
Yours is
You don't
cap.
even know mine.
Cap a lot. That's your name.
you don't even know
Cap
mine.
a lot.
Oh, you're saying mine is cap too?
I believe you. I believe you. I think it's higher, and you were just going easy.
No. That's it.
So you like
I'm
keep
old, though.
chart like how you like
I'm 33. I mean,
447
Yeah.
like you kept like you wrote that shit down like
Yeah.
you wrote all these bitches names in like that book right there
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
I document everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
There you go. What about oh no, you said bring back fat shaming for women, and then what do we got to do for the men? Bring shaming them what?
They pockets.
yeah,
Okay.
like she said.
Bring shaming for being a brokey?
No, you because
Yes, bitch. Say,
a lot of the
say that with your
guys,
chest.
there's like not. I'm not gonna call them simps. Can I say pussies? Like
Oh,
they.
okay. For being soft.
Yeah, you tell them to go cut the grass and like it's hot. Nigga, go cut
Oh,
the
hell
fucking
no, you
grass.
better
like,
cut that.
Like I'm just saying, like we make excuses for them. We
Oh, okay.
baby
If you gotta
them.
tell them to go cut it, that's another problem too.
Right, like
Yes.
All right.
Why? Why do you need to tell? Can you take out the trash?
that's the new.
bitch?
That's the
What the
generations
fuck?
that we're
Like, I can see
raising.
you walking
That's
back
Yes.
to the
All right.
trash.
Okay. So for women, bring back fat shaming. For men, bring back shaming them for being soft.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What about you? What do you think? What do we need to do to
Improve.
fix the situation from both genders?
Mind your business.
Okay. Mind your business. On whose part needs to mind their business?
Honestly, I just feel like the problem is honestly, I feel like social media is really the problem.
Okay.
It is.
Social media.
It's social media. We have all these false hopes and what relationships should look like and do because we see these rappers.
Who do you
and
think
buying all this
social media
shit.
poisons more, men or women?
Women.
I don't know. You got men out here getting their body done. So.
She's not lying. She's not
But
I
lying.
don't think they
But
would have did that. Things through
Proportionally
social
speaking,
media.
who's the mass consumer of plastic surgery and getting their bodies done, men or
Well,
women?
definitely women. Definitely women.
So who would you say social media affects more negatively, males or
Women.
females? Okay. How does it negatively affect women versus men then, in your opinion?
I mean, you got a lot of people that's dying out here trying to get the bodies like these Instagram models, and they don't need them. So
Okay.
that's
So women striving for a body. Okay. And then what about for men? How does social media poison men? Because that was your main thing, right? Social media.
Cheating allegations.
Allegations.
Wait, what? Explain that a little bit.
Let me hear what you got to say. Allegations.
Okay.
I'm good. Nothing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Oh, she gotta use the restroom. Go.
You okay?
I'm just not feeling well.
What the fuck is going on right now, bro?
I just came back from the
I don't
bathroom.
know. I think she needs to.
Yo, she good?
Just need 2 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's fine.
Yo, is this a joke? What the
No, that's fine.